Welcome, Julie.
Thank you.
And this is a little different for us this year because Christine and I were on a winning team this year. Oh, and Donna's here too. Donna's here, but she's just an observer. Say hi, Donna.
Hi.
So we were on a winning team, but we were in the toilet bowl winning team. Still a win because I told Manny back-to-back wins, bud.
Yeah.
So
my first camp, we didn't win a single game.
oh, you didn't?
One.
So, well, we were really scared when I saw the lineup of the other team and I saw the teammates going to the other team. I was like, oh my God. Because when you're on a team the next year, you know everyone's strengths. And a lot of the women can hit into the pocket. So that's, really threatening. Like, and I'm not fast in the outfield. Everybody knows that. Or in the infield. I'm only fast to the buffet line. But I'm not that fast in the infield or outfield. So when I'm looking at people that are hitting, I'm like, oh God, don't hit to me. That's like basically what I was thinking the whole time. So what do you do for a normal job?
Okay, I'm a veterinarian.
You're a veterinarian. Okay, now how did you hear about Red Sox camp?
So through my sister. So she went to Boston College and she lived in Boston for like 15 years and she was a big Red Sox fan. And we've been baseball fans our entire lives. That's been what we do. Our dad worked for a AAA baseball.
Oh,
At a AAA baseball stadium while we were growing up.
okay. Wait. Now you got to back up. I need to know who that was.
From Nashville. Nashville Sounds. They were a AAA baseball team. They were affiliated at the time, I believe, with, well, it's a bunch of teams throughout time. It's like the Brewers and the White Sox and at one point the Yankees.
Oh, wow. Oh,
He was there.
oh, that is cool though. Yeah.
But anyway, so my dad worked there. And so in the summertime, what we would do is, play all day during the day. My mom would watch us and then she would drop us off at the baseball field at like 3 or 4 o'clock. And we would just like run about. Everybody knew us there. Like we would just be Don's kids who ran around the baseball stadium and watched the games and watched the fireworks and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, circle back. My sister got an email. She's on the email list for the Red Sox because she buys tickets and all that kind of stuff. And she got the email about the women's fantasy camp. And she said, she forwarded it to me and she goes, so when are we reporting? And I was like, yeah, we're doing this. And she didn't think in a million years I would be like, oh yeah, we got to do this. And so she was like, well, okay, let's do it. And so we came together. This was 2 years ago. And I knew no one. She knew no one. And they sent out the list prior to camp and, with all the people that are going to go. And I saw one person that was living in Cincinnati where I live.
It's got to be Andrea. Andrea told me this the other day. Yeah.
So she sends me a Facebook friend request. And
Nice.
Just messaging me on Facebook. And I was like, and she was all talking about, I was like, who is this crazy lady? Like talking about how this camp changed her life and how da-da-da-da-da. Like, I guess it's great, And that's the thing. It's like you don't realize how wonderful it is and how life-changing it is until you do it, And you try to explain like the friendships that you make and like the camaraderie this camp is about to other people. And they don't get it. You just don't get it until you're here. And it's like, it's going to sound stupid, but it's like magical. Like, because you've been a baseball fan your whole life. And then you come to this place and you have all these women that feel exactly the way you do baseball. And it's just so, it's not, in everyday life, you don't run into those people. There are very few of us there who are like just in love with the game. And so you come here and you have like-minded people and they just get you like immediately. They just get you. And then you become really great friends.
And I will say, like the women, I was so surprised last year how supportive everybody was. And they just really want the best for you. Even people on other teams are giving you tips to make your game better.
And that too is because you've been, if you're here for many years, you've been on teams with different people.
Yeah.
And so you want them to do well because they were your former teammate.
Right.
Then again, you're like, oh, well.
Yeah. Well, and I noticed like the hitting because I took batting practice with about 20 women at the beginning of the week. And I said, holy cow, like the some of them were just naturally good anyway. But some of them last year, looking this year, I said to one of the ladies, I said, holy crap, like huge difference in hitting.
It makes you want to be better at it because you want to do well and you want to do well for your friends.
Right.
So like in our little, off season,
yeah,
which is normal life for us, we go back and we try to stay in shape and we try to hit more or we try to do more things. I think a lot of people have come here and it's made them change their athletic life, like physical fitness in general.
That's true.
You're like, oh, well, I don't want to be this sore for camp, so I'm going to do this throughout the year. People have lost tons of weight.
Yep.
And people have like just gotten better. You know, it's so much better for you, and it's, I don't know, it's good for your mental.
So I guess I don't need to ask why you keep coming back, because it seems like it's obvious. Because you, like, Christine and I were talking about the car ride. I was saying how Pickles is a fan favorite, and she's a coach favorite. She's so kind. But you are also one of those people in camp that I would say you're a fan favorite and a coach favorite, because some of the funniest stories I have from camp involve you.
And something stupid.
And no, just like the comedic value, because even with her and Mandy, like the banter. I told Christine, I said, I wish I was writing down the banter last year because it was so funny. But he's very passionate, and like we saw that this year when there was a kerfuffle over one of the games we played, and there was a lot of passion on both sides about how the game should have won. And you know, he really cares. He wants to win, but he genuinely cares about his team. And he's such a fun coach. And I was so sad him and Daniel Nava were not together.
Nava was really good last year, too.
He was so good. And then Pickles wound up winning with his team this year. And so I was really happy for them.
Yeah.
And then
I was saying, somebody needs to tell Nava that's not normal. You don't just come in here as a first-time coach and win
2 years in a row.
Crazy.
But I'm so excited for him.
Yeah.
And then so we had Doug Mirabelli with Manny this year, and he was fun. Wasn't he fun, Donald? He was so good, and he was so positive.
He knew, like, because, you and Christine were on Manny's team last year.
Right.
So he was like, well, I'm going to get them again. They're players. They're good.
Yeah.
Try hard and good attitude.
And
too.
Christine made some really good plays. Donna made some really good plays. You know, it was fun. Like the women on my team, I would say for us this year, I was a little disappointed that the women on my team, they were performing really well and they were very down on themselves. Like when they made a mistake, even though they made up for it like 10 times, they were like, oh, I'm so mad that happened. And I'm like, you know, the one tiny thing over supersedes everything like amazing that they did. And I don't know, I was really proud of my team because I didn't really know any of those women. So to come with a new team with the same goal, you know, and I don't know, I just feel like everyone was too hard on themselves.
Yeah. And there was, I think, my first year here, there was one piece of advice that I was given by Trot, which was like almost life-changing in the fact that if I just use this in everyday life, when you make a mistake, he says, turn the page. Like, next thing's up. You can't dwell on what happened. Otherwise, you're just going to keep making more mistakes.
Right.
So, like, every time I screw up or overthrow somebody or whatever, turn the page. Just turn the page. And so move on to the next then. And trust that your teammates are going to pick you up and all that. So I try not to be down. You don't want to be down because that's just, you just keep making errors.
Right. Well, now I do have a question. So this is like breaking news. Can we get a commitment for you for 2025?
Yes. How sure they're coming. We have to.
Okay, good.
I told it, unless it's come hell or high water, we're going to be.
Okay, great.
Going to be here. My sister couldn't be here last year, just medical reasons, and I couldn't be here this year due to all kind of family drama and nannies quitting and childcare problems. But I got to escape for 2 days, which is, again, great for my mental health. And makes me so happy
it was great for all of our mental health. Don't you think, Donna? Yeah, we were so happy. Everybody was so happy. It was so exciting to watch you walk in that room, and we weren't expecting it because we all were like, "Oh, she's not coming this year, and it's not going to be." And Christine kept saying, "It's not going to be the same." Even though you're not on the team,
right?
We rely on you for those comedic moments, and so Christine tried to like step up her game so we would be amused. It worked, but I'm glad we showed up.
Wait until you meet my sister.
Oh,
first year she comes to photo day dressed up as a hot dog.
Oh,
yes. If you haven't seen those photos,
oh God, wow, my wheels are turning.
Yeah, she's in full hot dog costume, sitting next to all the coaches and Maybelle, and yeah, you got to see the pictures.
Oh my God, I've definitely never. All right, well now we have a really important and serious question. So we're gonna close on this question as we're going to do with all of our interviews. Favorite baseball movie?
Well, can I pick two? It's
sure.
Really a tie.
Go for it.
And people, this is very, very controversial. Moneyball.
Oh, I love that movie. I love it.
Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch
Just makes me happy.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm sick or anytime I'm like sad if I turn that movie on, I am laughing.
I have to be honest with you. That's not one of my favorite movies, even though it's got like iconic scenes because it's Fenway. But I told Christine,
It's just a happy movie.
watching it with you guys today in the Red Sox complex, I said to her, I go, huh, this is actually funny when you're watching it with Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it.
Yeah, everybody gets it. Yeah. I think I didn't fully appreciate it until I became a Red Sox player.
Oh, right. And that's a really hard question because there's so many great baseball movies and there's so many movies that like give you all the feels. You know, obviously I love League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Obviously. But like the ones that really make me like romantic about baseball.
Yeah.
Moneyball, and which is crazy because I like all the stat stuff and I love all the kind of digging deep and there's some dark moments in there too.
Yeah.
It just
and it is interesting when you talk to some of the coaches about Moneyball. They're like, oh God, Moneyball ruined baseball. Like a lot of them really absolutely hate Moneyball, but I think it's fascinating.
that's what I
Yeah.
too. I think it is too. It made me really think, and it made me I guess look at baseball in a different way, and how you don't have to be a perfect team to win. You have to be cohesive, and you have to have the right people in the right spot and with the right attitude.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad. I'm so happy to see you. You have no idea. It's so weird because I feel like, you know, like I told Christine, we're at that game last night. It was the first game they ever played under the lights. And we were so loud. But that was like the most, I told her, I said, it's weird. We were in the championship game and that was my favorite like 3 hours of the week. I loved it.
First camp, I didn't win a single game, but somebody said I've never had more fun losing.
Yeah.
We had such a wonderful team that year too. Like I've been very lucky. The 2 years that I've been here, I've been on such wonderful teams with such good-hearted people. So I can't imagine having a bad camp.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad to see you. Well, we're gonna wrap up this interview, but I'm excited. I hope I could do this again next year with you,
And my
and
sister.
then end with your sister and with Donna. So we're gonna have to wrangle Donna over for an interview.
We'll get her. Don't worry. Drag her by her toes.
All right. Well, thank you again, Julie. So good seeing you. And this is Angelina signing off for the unofficial Red Sox Fantasy Campers podcast.